So yes, I became involved in Leicester Friends of the Earth a few years ago, and we seem to be very busy, getting more and more active recently. So we had like 3 campaigns in 2 weeks, just a week ago. I'm still recovering from them. We seem to be busy most of the time. So on my notes, I've got down October 2017 was we went to High Cross and built a giant kraken, which was out of plastic. It was to encourage people to think about their plastic use. We asked people to bring in things that they've recycled, and then we could build the giant kraken. It was actually the same weekend that Blue Planet TV series started. So it turned out to be quite popular. We had a lot of people came in. It included families, and it raised a lot of awareness of people's use of plastic. So that was quite a good thing. Since then we did, well, this year's been a very busy year. I did no cleaning or anything in the house. Everything is Friends of the Earth these days. So it started the year actually badly, because Hannah and I were poorly, we had flu, and then all of a sudden everything hit with Friends of the Earth, so we had to get well very fast. There was the busy time with St George's Churchyard. I don't know how many of you heard about that, where they wanted to chop down the trees in St George's Churchyard. Needless to say, Leicester Friends of the Earth, quite a few other groups objected to it. The planning application, which went in October, well, I didn't personally speak, but one of the Friends of the Earth people spoke at the meeting. We worked with Civic Leicester to hold a tree festival in January, which was a celebration of the trees. We had music, stories, poetry, art. I recognised some faces from people that were actually there on the day. We had about 200 people came, so it was really quite an amazing event. It was actually freezing cold and it was super wet. It was very, very wet. It rained for most of the time. I kept seeing it on my phone during the week that it was going to be a nice day, and then as it got to sort of the Thursday, it suddenly changed to a black rain cloud. And yes, it did rain. But 200 people came out. That's how much people cared about those trees and wanted them not to be chopped down in Leicester. So that was very important. That has died down at the moment. We had a fringe festival on St George's Day in April, and the planning application has actually disappeared at the moment. We don't know what's happening with it. We keep watching. It's not come back. We don't know why. It's just hidden at the moment.
But they've trimmed the trees.
Sorry?
They've trimmed the trees.
They've trimmed the trees, but the trees are still there. No sign of the planning application at all. The planning application is on hold. We keep checking. It's not there. So let's hope, fingers crossed. We're wondering if we've won, but they don't want to admit we've won. We don't know. We're waiting to see. I'm hoping they're not going to sneak in and cut down the trees, else we'll be super cross and all of Leicester will hear about it. Trust me. But we'll wait and see. Maybe we've won. Let's fingers crossed. Fracking. We fight a lot about fracking in Leicester, even though we haven't actually got any fracking in Leicester itself. There are fracking sites around the country, and we keep working very hard. We had a big event in February, which was Stop Breaking Our Hearts, which was outside of Barclays Bank. I do feel like I know people in Barclays Bank these days. We spend a lot of time at Barclays. They watch our Facebook page now, and when we're having an event, they put security guards on the doors. I think it's because the Red Leicester Choir and us went in one day and did a flash mob in the bank. They didn't know we were coming. They had no security on, and the poor lady bank manager tried to get us out. She did. In the end, we did go. We were very peaceful and did sing in the bank. But but they didn't like it really, and they do have security now on Barclays every time we say we're having an event there. So the reason that we go to Barclays is because we want them to stop funding a company called Third Energy, who were trying to frack at Kirby Misperton, and we've been there at Barclays asking them to stop funding them, so Stop Breaking Our Hearts was an event for Valentine's Day. Kirby Misperton has gone on hold, hasn't it? They've actually moved out of Kirby Misperton, so I'd like to think that's one of our competitors. They've taken away the fracking equipment there, so that one's on hold, I think, hopefully. So we've been working on the campaign against permitted developments at the moment. We do have a petition if anybody would like to sign it. We're going to take it to County Hall on a Tuesday afternoon. Is it the 9th of October, I think it is. If anybody would like to join us at County Hall, that would be absolutely great. Hannah and I will be there. Again, no cleaning, I'm at County Hall. So yes, permitted development is something that the government brought in, tried to slip it in before as they went off for their holiday recess. The day they were going on holiday recess, they brought in something that they want to allow permitted development. And that is that you can put up a garden shed anywhere you want to, and also they want fracking to be under the same permitted development law, so that if you want, you can put up a fracking rig as well anywhere you want to. The two things are the same. We had a Can You Spot the Difference Between a Garden Shed and a Fracking Rig event rented to Leicester, and we were going to do it outside of Barclays. They did actually, Leicester Council asked us to move because they had a festival that they said was along that strip, and we did move, so we went to the Clock Tower, and we built a garden shed out of cardboard. I helped get the cardboard but didn't actually do the building. I was on going around with the petition, but my husband, who funnily enough seems to be involved in all this as well now, I don't know, Hannah's very good at persuading people to help with things, so he built the garden shed out of cardboard, and also we put the fracking rig up, and we asked people as they're walking by if they could spot the difference between the two things. Quite a few people could. Children, we took things for children to draw and on the garden shed, etc. Children enjoyed going into the garden shed, into it, and coming out again. We had a whole family in at one stage. A child went in, and then the brother went in, and then Mum said, I want to go in, and Dad said, well, I want to go in as well. So we had the whole family in the shed. So obviously that's good for publicity. We also went to, well, that campaign is still ongoing, so that's just keep going on. The consultation on it closes in October, and we're hoping to persuade the government to not do that. It was in the independent newspaper this week that there's lots of MPs that are saying they're against it, so we're hoping that actually we're going to get that banned. We went to Preston New Road on Rise for Climate Day to support the people on the front line of fracking. We had a picnic there, which again it was raining, I don't know why, but it was throwing it down with rain, but we had a picnic inside a sort of tent that they've put up, and we sat with these people that are on the front line of fracking, who have got fracking rigs going the road, and we kept them company and tried to make them feel better about it. They were very grateful actually to see us. We took a big banner, a bit like your banner, we put Leicester Friends of the Earth support you in your pain, in your hour of need, basically, and we went there to them. We had a local doctor came with us as well, so we have teachers there, doctors there. We've got lots of people that actually are worried about fracking, and go there to visit to help support these people. On Preston New Road itself, the fracking site is on one side of the road, They've drawn a blue line across it now, and they've got a ban of the people that are working against fracking. They won't let them cross the blue line, else they take all their assets off them. They can take your house and everything if you go over the blue line. So, you know, it's quite tough there. These guys are out every day of the week fighting fracking. And they've got a little wooden shed which they sit in over the other side of the road, and 2 people on duty there 24 hours a day now, so they sit in there all night, middle of the day. They're watching what they're doing over the road. So they're sitting in their security hut watching the anti-frackers, and the anti-frackers are sitting watching the frackers. So, and writing down what they do. So yeah, that's a bit tough. And the last thing I wanted to say is Friends of the Earth, not just me, all the Friends of the Earth people won the local group of the year at base camp this year for their work. So I think carry on.